Teddy, are you ready, my friend?
Yeah, well, I am ready.
What, your name ain't Teddy?
Hold on.
God damn.
Let me get a telephone book, Teddy. Let me get the telephone book. I'll go ahead and put the... Okay, it's under my butt. Here we go. Hey.
Take that goddamn hat off, too. Have respect for this podcast.
Yeah, we had to get the camera guy to make sure to shoot that high, so you had to jump up to get in the frame.
Get in that. Yeah, there you go. Get in that car seat.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to an all-new episode of Road Trip After Hours. I'm your host, MacDavis, along with WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long. And Teddy, we got a special guest today.
Well, what I'm going to ask you, did you introduce us or anything at all?
No, you just started raising the hell, and I already had record going, so I figured let's just keep rolling with it. Our special guest today is, we've been talking, let me kind of backtrack just real quick. We have been talking about the term midget and midget wrestling lately in different podcasts. And Teddy and I both know an individual here in Georgia that we have a blast working with. We've had some great moments with him in the ring, as a matter of fact. And his name is Kenneth Beckner. And Kenneth, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey, good to be here, guys. Yes. The last time I saw Teddy was he had a bucket of cold worms that he was rubbing all over my face.
Yes,
I have not forgotten that, Teddy.
But well, I hope you haven't forgot it. It looked like it helped you. I see you've grown some hair. You got a beard and everything now. You didn't have that hair until you started eating those worms.
He's getting that protein. That's what that is.
Yes.
Kenny, in all seriousness, welcome to the show. And let me ask you something.
Thank you for having me.
You have been in the wrestling business, I know, in the independents for quite some time because I've known you over the years. So, I mean, I know you've been around for a while. What got you into wrestling initially?
Well, I've always been a fan for years. I mean, back in the 70s, one of my favorite wrestlers was Ivan Putski, if you believe it. I mean, that's how far back I go. And Bruno Sammartino and stuff like that, they were my idols growing up. And hush up, Teddy. I know I said the word grown up. But then, go throughout the years and whatnot. And then I kind of went into hiatus because I got married and had kids and stuff like that. But then my son-in-law, about a few years ago, got into it as an independent wrestler here in North Georgia. And I went and saw him and I became a very annoying heckler and that's one of the guys who was working at, hey, can I get in there? And say, yeah. And the fact that I was micro, midget, I don't care what you call me, I was gold. And they say, yeah, come on back. And next thing you know, the rest is history. I was managing and then took part in a couple matches and all, and next thing you know, I was training and I'm trying to get everywhere.
What year was that, Kenneth?
That was only like not too far ago, long ago. It was back in 2019 to be 18 or something like that. So, but I've been in
it. You travel in a lot of places now.
Yes, sir.
I see you always on the road.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am at Micro Championship Wrestling. I know, cheap plug. Up in Michigan state. We had a successful tour last August, and we had a little mini tour. Hush up, Teddy. In September, and had close to 1,000 people in the crowd. So I mean, we were popping and stuff. And now we kind of, I'm doing my training up there and down here. And we're going to be kicking off again once the winter months pass because the promoter, Andrew Darcy, he doesn't like to try to bring people in with airline flights and all. It could be canceled. We could be stuck in there. And they have to put up with my annoying ass for a couple extra days. So,
well, he's a smart guy. That's very good.
Hush up, Teddy.
So,
Mac,
yeah, go ahead, Teddy.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in here too. I've known Kenneth too. I've not as long as you have, but I've known him for a long time, and I've had the opportunity to work with him on several independent shows. And actually, Kenneth does a hell of a job. He's great, yes. Man. I'm telling you, he does a great job. And like I said, he wears a lot of hats because one night I saw him ring announcing. So he wasn't even managing. So that tells you something right there. When when a guy can just move around, hey, I need you in this spot tonight, and he can go fit right in there, then that's really good right there. So Kenneth, like I said, he does a great job out there, and congratulations to him with the Micro Championship Wrestling or whoever that is. And if I can help him any kind of way, let me know. But man, just my hats, well, I ain't got no hair, so my congratulations.
we all started a sitcom called 2.5 Bald Guys.
And then the other thing too, I got a bone to pick with you too. The last time I got in the ring with you and I introduced you, well, in order for me to be the same size as you, I had to get down on my knees and then talk to you. And then after I got down on my knees, Kenny, you refused to help me up. So you know what I mean? I don't think that was right. I would help you.
I'm sorry, but I didn't have a step stool to help me get up to your armpit and drag your butt up.
Now, here's a true. This is a true story, and Kenny may remember this. But we were at a show, and he was having a conversation with me, and we were standing next to one of those stand-up speakers. If it sits on a tripod. He already knows. The speaker is like right here in my, my ear level, right? I mean, it's like blaring right in my ear. Well, Kenny walks over and starts talking to me. I can't hear a damn thing he's saying because he's way down here and he's not hearing the speaker blasting me out. So we tried to have a conversation.
Excuses. You was just you just give me smack, you grab a chair and so I can stand on it. You can
Kenny Beckner. Kenny, can they see Kenny? Hold on. Hold this. You just talking to that mic for just a second.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kenneth Beckner, and
you can stand on that right there. There you go. I'm sorry. It's our midget chair. Now it works.
Now I'm talking to you, brother.
Well, we got this off the chair. You won't see him anymore.
Okay, bye.
You'll see it. Short interview for a short guy.
Kenny, let me ask you. We have debated this word midget on several shows, and people who say it's not a good name to use. Our belief is it's the name that we remember. It's the name that still is being used and should be used. Are you offended by the word midget?
No, I'm old school. I grew up on midget wrestling. I grew up watching Loris Littlebrook and Cowboy Lang, Cowboy Lang and Little Tokyo, all those guys. It was called midget wrestling then.
Can you please tell me, what are you petting? What is that you have there?
Well, okay. That's a cat.
Okay, thanks.
No,
this is Stick. I don't know. We haven't named this one yet.
So you're actually on this podcast here petting 2 cats.
Yeah, I pet 2 cats, man. That's just kind of like what
that's the PG-13 version.
The Godfather.
That's why he's got two on both his shoulders.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking about my master plan to get revenge on you.
There's something wrong with you, Kenneth. That's all I gotta say.
Like I'm going, hey, honey, here we're gonna cook for dinner. We're gonna have Korean food.
Hey, you got before we let you go, Kenny, any great stories of being on the road with Micro Championship Wrestling or anybody else?
No, just it's kind of like we stayed in the Airbud up in Michigan, and it's just a camaraderie. It's a blast, and to be quite honest with you, I've never been in a whole group of other midgets before, and it was a blast. It's great. having to, look up the whole time and seeing people's nose hairs, especially Teddy's. But
when he blows his nose, it looks like a party favor going off. So.
Oh yeah. But one thing about micro wrestling, the crowds are popping. That's what the fun is. I mean, and they are just want to love you and hate you, just like in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to do at the micro. We're starting off with the Leprechaun Calls Wild show in March. So be on lookout for that. And if y'all in the Michigan area, come in and check us out, man. It'll be a blast.
And we can promise you that if you see Kenneth, that you will see a good show. Go ahead, Teddy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. Yeah, man, I could imagine, how great that show is going to be. Because if Kenny's on there, they having a blast. I'm telling you right now, man. Yes,
I don't know if you ever heard of the guy that called Piss Off Dwarf Chris Guyton. He's known as Pod. He does the storyline and everything. And Bulldog Wilson, they've been on WWE before, so it's a lot of history and a lot of training and good training from them guys. I'm blessed.
Kenny, the next time that you have a show that's in the area, let Teddy and I know, and we'll pop in if we get a chance and see the guys, get a little bit of film, and move about our way.
That sounds good.
We appreciate you being on today, my friend.
Hey, glad to have for you to have me. I appreciate. Good seeing you guys, Teddy.
All
God bless you, brother.
God bless you too, man, and Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
Don't forget to make my toys. I want them on time.
Okay, I'm on strike.
Kenny, we'll see you later.
But
Thanks,
actually,
brother.
I got suspended. I got into the Santa's liquor cabinet, but that's a long story. Thank you. Yeah, that's why you went, oh. Thank you, guys.
We'll see you, brother.
All right. Bye.
In heaven, there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. And when we are gone from here, our friends will be drinking our beer.
Everybody, welcome back to Road Trip After Hours. I'm your host, MacDavis, along with WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long. Teddy, we got a few messages we got to get to. I say messages, emails. And if you're ready, let's open up that mailbag.
Well, here's one thing I wanted to do before we do that, man. I just wanted to mention, congratulations to CM Punk. I say this all the time, and no matter what he does, it's just great, to see, him back in WWE. And I had a chance to listen to some guys, Mick Foley, Bubba Ray Dudley, Mark Henry, and and they had real nice things to say about him too. You know what I mean? So that was really moving. Everybody ain't negative. So, and let me say something about Hunter too, great move on his part. You know what I mean? It's like he says, whatever best for business, let's make some money, and people probably thought maybe Punk wouldn't have been back because the last thing they seen with him and Hunter was that heated promo in the ring. So, but that has nothing to do with the dollar. So
correct.
I'm just Triple H businessman, congratulations to him, man. And, it was just great. And I'm also want to mention this. Mick Foley, I don't feel so bad because, I tell people I don't watch it much, and Mick Foley said the same thing. I don't watch it much. So people look at me like I got some kind of beef or something. I ain't got no beef. I just don't watch it, And so Mick was, thank you, man, because people was looking at me like I was the wrong way. And, it's unreal.
Yeah, CM Punk coming back, and I do want to talk about this a little bit, Teddy, because he did a promo, which I think a lot of people were hoping he was going to attack his former employer at AEW, and he didn't. He just kind of went about and stayed his business. It was a fairly low-key type of promo.
Why would you? You're just wasting breath and wasting air attacking AEW. For what? That doesn't even make any sense.
No, and you don't have to say anything. I mean, his numbers in social media said everything. 71 million views. I mean, it broke all kinds of records. I mean, just that shows you the power.
Yeah, thank God he's out of AEW.
Yeah, you know, and I think this is an opportunity and also a fear for that locker room to see, well, what if I left and went to WWE? What would they do with me? Could they make me bigger and better and more prominent in the fans' eyes? And the answer is going to be yes right now, because
let's correct that. They can't make you bigger and better unless you want to be bigger and better.
True, but they know how to get you there, though. If they can help you get there where.
They can get you into where they want to, but it's left up to you. It's just like in football. When you catch the ball, then it's left up to you to score that touchdown. It's just that simple. So you got to want this. And I think with all the ranting and raving and all the talk that Punk does, in reality, I think he really wants this. This is, he said he's at home. This is his life.
Yeah, and with CM Punk, to me, I know that a lot of people, they either love him or they hate him, but the bottom line is he makes money and he makes numbers climb everywhere he goes, and whatever he does, it makes money. So that's the whole trick of the game anyhow. That's why he said at the end of his promo, he even said, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to do business."
That's right. That's on any job you go on. At anywhere you work at, you don't walk in the door to make nobody. You walk in the door to get a paycheck.
Yeah. That's all. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all you really care about. You love your job and you love the craft, but it's about the dollar. All right, look here. Let's go to the mailbag. First of all, Cynthia in New Mexico asks, and this is appropriate, any CM Punk stories that you can share?
I forget where we were. I think we were overseas somewhere, maybe Italy or somewhere. I'm not sure. But anyway, I was on the cardio machine. I was on the elliptical doing cardio, and Kane and CM Punk come in the gym. And just as I was at the end of it, it was like 1 hour, and I was just at that hour. I was about maybe 5 minutes before that hour was up. And so Punk and Kane, they both looked at me, and I forget who made that bet. I think Punk bet Kane or something that they bet $100 or something that I couldn't do another hour or something like that.
Oh, no.
Okay, so but they didn't really know me. So I just got off the cardio machine. I asked them one thing. I said, "Let me go take a leak." I said, "Then I'll be ready." So I got off, took a leak, got back on, did another hour. So I think Punk won that bet.
So he made money. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Jamie in Texas wants to know, who was the most multi-talented person you know in wrestling? I guess somebody that can do it all, basically.
Well, God, so many people, that fit that. I think really, and people may disagree with me, but I think JBL. He was phenomenal. He could fit in any role that they put him in. I mean, he was just great with his promos, and he could work in the ring. So, he
could do commentary too. Did he help write stories or anything like that? Did he have anything to do with that in the back at all?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. He could have been involved in that maybe after I left. But like I said, when I was there, he was just basically with the APA, and then him and Ron, they always stuck together.
Yeah, see, I would almost think in the APA, and even when he was feuding with Eddie Guerrero, that he had to be writing some of that himself, or at least telling them, "Hey guys, we ought to be doing this, and now I ought to be able to do that," because it felt very natural, like JBL.
Well, JBL always, they would allow Vince and him were good. Vince, he was another guy that Vince would allow to, put in his 2 cents or whatever it was, because he knew that whatever he said, it was going to be to help it, not to try to say nothing out there wrong. And, that makes you feel real good too, especially when the boss, can trust you. And I had that opportunity too. He trusted me. So
Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Our next question. Alan from X. What midgets have you worked with, and who was the most fun? Any stories you can share?
I worked with some of the midgets. I don't really know most of them. I forget their names, but back in the NWA days, they used to bring them in, and I worked with some of them there. Lord Littlebrook, I remember that name. He was one of the guys. And also, and I had the opportunity, me and Hornswoggle did a lot of stuff. That was very entertaining. So yeah, working with Hornswoggle, and let's see. Then trying to figure out that I have a story about him. Oh, I think it was something that he drank up all. We had a promo or something. St. Patrick. No, it wasn't him. I think he was in on something. Something about he drank up the beer or something, the prop beer that we had that we was going to use to cut the promo. But I think he drank it or something. Anyway, it was late on that day. He got drunk or something. No, it was in the hotel, I believe. And I think Taker put him on a luggage cart and rode him up to his room. Rode him. We was at TV or at the hotel. But I remember Taker had him on a rolling cart or something. He's drunk, and they was pushing him around or something like that.
I keep thinking maybe he was one of the ones that I remember hearing a story where he was under the ring and somebody threw a rooster up under the ring while he was under there or something. And he was scared to death of this damn thing.
I did hear that, but I don't remember that vaguely. But I did hear something about that.
You're probably involved. Carla in Tennessee. Carla in Tennessee writes, was there a time when things went sideways during an in-ring promo where you had to improvise the segment on live TV?
Oh yeah. I had that to happen a couple of times. I was out there with me, was it Bret Hart, Randy Orton? There was a bunch of us out there, and somebody forgot their lines right there, and I'm looking and I'm waiting, and I don't hear it. And then I realized what it is, so now I had to step right in. And I remember Jerry Lawler coming to me as I come in the back. He said, "You saved that one," you know. Then I guess there was another time I screwed up myself, forgot my whole line. I mean, just went completely blank. And I was in there with Charmel and Booker T. And Charmel remembered what it was. So Charmel just started talking, and it brought it back to me. And then I completely forgot it.
Yeah, and the problem that night too was you were having a bad case of glaucoma before that in-ring promo. So you were busy worrying about your glaucoma and taking care of that.
I never had glaucoma.
I know.
You need to quit reading all these dirt sheets. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. They're not telling you the truth.
It's your medical condition, Teddy. That's it. We're out of time. Anything coming up for you, Teddy, we need to talk about?
Yeah, I'm headed Saturday. Like I said, the promoters ain't sent me no information where I'm supposed to go. I got a plane ticket. And I know they're picking me up, but I don't know where the event is or nothing. So I'm in Appleton, Wisconsin.
And what's the name of the Fed you're going to be going to?
I don't have nothing.
Okay. Well, what's the location? At least tell us the location.
I don't know nothing. I just told you. I'm going to Appleton, Wisconsin.
Who's on the card? Who's on the card?
I have no idea.
And
maybe Hornswoggle, because I think I'm shooting with you now because I think he's part of this deal, so I'm pretty sure he's on this card.
Well, ask him about midgets while you're there, will you? All right, we're out of time. Teddy's going somewhere this weekend. We wish you the best of luck, Teddy. I'm sure I'll hear from him. I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah.
He'll call me on Saturday. Have you seen my phone?
Yeah. Oh, please don't start.
That's another day, another time. We'll tell you that story. I'm MacDavis. That's WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and this has been Road Trip After Hours.
Holla.